Bitcoin weekly update. Today is May 17th, 2026. I'm going to start with the monthly time frame chart and see what's going on. We have the monthly chart going up, price action rising, then at October it came back down bearishly all the way into February. Then in March we had a compressed candle, and it's like we had a turnaround here up in April. We had a move up, so we're showing some strength. Now we're in May. As of May, we have a compressed candle, so we have to see if this spike up was going to be it for the month or if it was going to come down from here. Let's go switch to the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, we have price action going up and came back down, and you can see that here's 200 MA moving average. The price action went down to almost touched the 200 MMA, and now it's bouncing back up, which showing that it's came back down, but it's showing strength to bounce back up how much it did. So maybe we can, see if this holds here in May, and see if we can stay above this candle right here around the 166 level. See if we can stay around up and above this level. That'll show more strength which is a good thing. And then of course we want to get above this 98 to 97 area to say that we're definitely in a bullish market again. But still overall we're above the 200 MA, so that is a bullish sign from the high time frame. For the daily time frame, we're showing weakness with the price action going below the 200 MA. As you're seeing, it's bending down, and price action came back down to a lower low here than this guy, and then each high is getting lower and lower, so it's underneath the 200 MA. This is showing weakness here because it's showing resistance to the 200 MA, so this is not a good sign as far as strength behind Bitcoin at the very moment. So this is something to keep an eye out for, to see if it keeps on plummeting from this point on. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. We had some strength up here, dip down, then strength, then dip down, and now dipping under the 200 MA as it's bending over. So we're showing weakness in the beginning of this time on Sunday, so we'll have to see how this goes for the next few hours and see if it has able to bounce off this and bounce back up from this point here, this last low, or not. We'll see how the strength perseveres or not. So for this is for the 1 hour. Let's see if we put some trend lines to it. Oh, actually, one thing to take note of before we do that is the CME gaps. CME gaps on the 1 hour, that same chart that we had before. See if it's going to come down here or not. But if you zoom in here, this is where you have a gap for this week, this newly formed gap, and this is a previous week's gap that still sustains. This is actually still active. That gap has not been filled yet. So we still have two gaps that are filled. So this price action went below those. So let's see if price action comes down here to get this liquidity and maybe bounce back up to get the remaining liquidity back up here. But we still of course have this liquidity all the way down at the 76 level, which is pretty low. You have to go through all of these lows to get to this point here. So it's possible, but we have to just keep an eye out for that and see where that goes. So let's go to the 1 hour trending lines. A 4 hour line that went back historically. So we know we went up, price action went above that, so that shows strength. And the accumulation box that we were in here, we are still above that. So I'm seeing this, if this price action will bounce off this box, this accumulation box that had these high here and had little significant movements here, resistance here and has some resistance here as well too, support here as well. So see if it stops right here and then comes back up when you have these vertical lines, which shows news that's going to be forming very soon. So one of these red ones is actually going to be hard news, and the rest of them is going to be medium, and we'll see if price action responds to these guys or not. So we'll probably get some movement, especially on this day, which will be Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday we'll probably get some movement for that red folder that's going to drop. But overall, we've got this safety line up here that we're just dipping below. We'll see if it dips back up or it goes below this safety line and invalidates it. If it doesn't, the next lower level of invalidation is this daily safety line, and below that is the 4-hour action line. So we've still got a ways to go down if it goes that much to show weakness, but right now we're at a tipping point, and we'll see how this week responds. So this is the second week or the third week, so we'll see how it responds in the third week of the month. But that will be the update for this week for Bitcoin on May 17th, 2026.